flex mode. This in Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants.
Here we go. Kolyles! His team showed up. Jim. Jumper. Okay, outside, solid.
On first down, Wentz. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
74. Hey, Charlie. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away.
There goes Alex Collins. Touchdown, Giants. Alex Collins with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Here we go, here we go. Ready? I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. Pulled in at the 24. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Now Jones. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. Lyles. Levante David in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Spinning away. Dances by him. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And able to find Dorsett. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now a give right side. Lyles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 29, Jones. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
Hey, exit.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey! Get the mic.
On first down, Jones. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
X3, 218, chop it.
Tighten up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Go. Now.
Throwing Jones. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try the right side with Collins. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Hey, box truck.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Squeeze. 5.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now Wentz. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A very solid gain of 27.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
They'll run on first down. Lyles, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on the
You draw quarter. Hey, seam 6. Hey.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Wayne Gallman is running back, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, high 7, go.
58 for Mike. Hey, let's get this.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking to throw. Jones. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Let's go now.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to air one. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Eagles come over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lyles. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll keep it on the ground. Lyles. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. 9:55, 9:55. Hey, eat. Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Jones now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones, it's hauled in by Shepard. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Hey, echo.
Mike 20.
Down.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Crunch time, defense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here comes Peppers. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the one in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Now Jones throwing on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Bang, bang, trouble.
Come on, switch it.
Yes, yes.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Alex Collins that time. And it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Giants on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. It's caught by Coleman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On 4th down, Jones. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Lyles. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Empty. 6-6, pull it high.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lyles. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All day, defense, all day.
They fake the give. Now Wentz escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lyles. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Get in the right room. Check three.
They'll try the left side. Lyles. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Check 37. Check 37.
Sunday.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Let's find 7.
Let's see what you got. Check 55 to Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now a give, right side. Lyles. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Right back to him on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Back. 180.
Gotta do better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 81. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, Alpha. Hey, check.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 180.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll keep it on the ground. Lyles, and a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 120.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.